So, been um, yeah, been trying to get my words out. So, information I got today about corruption, and well, we'll call it Project Positivity. Don't mind my fingers. I didn't do my nails. I really don't care. Um, so the corruption. Well, we're dealing with the corruption of the planet right now. But my what I'm being told, or my mind is warning us, is about the cuts of the cuts with Obamacare and stuff like that is actually going to be worse than we all thought, because we won't be able to. I believe we're going to have nurse shortages. Well, that was reversed. Let's see. Yeah. So use your intuition and moral. Set your moral. So basically, what's going on is, due to the corruption in the justice system. I'm not saying the whole justice system is corrupt, but what people aren't realizing is Trump cutting the funding and stuff like that is going to make it where it's basically a decision. You're all worried about, happy about this $2,000 possible benefit we're getting, but it's literally a payoff of like Stockholm syndrome type of thing. He's basically paying us off with $2,000. It costs more than $2,000 to pay for insurance. It's all about judgment and illusions. I mean, that's the corruption side. I have 3 decks, by the way, in here that I'm working with. So yeah. So that's the corruption part. So if we don't pay attention, we are going to go into how COVID went. And this is the corruption side. So, Spirit, the corruption side. With Trump doing what he's doing, could this possibly lead us into a major freaking worst financial fallout, where we're going to possibly have to have the government, when we actually get a good government back in office, to bail out our, gonna have to bail out the banks, gonna have to bail out the freaking, it's like COVID without the COVID. Study, let love show how to learn from each other. So yeah. So I was thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, we're going into a COVID type of thing without actually COVID. Think of a special moment. Yes. That brought us together. Yes. So when I'm looking at the past to see what we're going through, and I see so many synchronicities, and I'm looking deep to discover and propose a relationship. Well, guys, the relationship right now is, with the way the government is going right now, we're going to have issues where nurses, and we're not going to be able to keep the lights on in hospitals. People won't be able to afford health care. We're going to have nurses and doctors basically, losing everything. So it's just like, does anybody else see this? Does anybody else see that the way that Trump is bringing us down, this corruption part, that we're going to have nurses and doctors, and we're going to have hospitals shut down. We're going to go into the COVID type of shutdown, where we're going to need landlords. We won't be able to kick people out. And then when we get the right type of government official back in, we're going to have some sort of bailout. This idiot is literally putting us through such trying times. And the worst part is, unless COVID's vaccine, and I was a vaccine nurse for over 20 years. So I completely agree with the vaccines. But the vaccines, I think, has done something to our brains, to their brains. Yeah. It's Chariot. So messages are coming in quickly. So yeah. So everything we're going on now, with the corruption side of things, with the stop, and I understand he turned the freaking government back on. Yeah, great. But he's not looking at the whole thing unless he's trying to make everybody homeless and trying to make everybody basically be on the streets. And we can't even blame it on COVID unless there's a problem with COVID and the vaccine. Do you know that our COVID vaccine here in the United States have the RDNA in it or some crap like that? Yeah. So we're having the ones with the problems. Sabotage. Yeah. See, sabotage. We've been sabotaged basically. So is Donald Trump completely aware of the corrupted mind, or did the COVID vaccine cause Trump to do this? Could you imagine our world right now if this is literally a side effect of the COVID vaccine? Not only the trauma, but what if the vaccine, maybe the government needs to go and unearth some people who passed away from COVID and find out if it's doing some problems to the brain. You can always call on I'm calling my confidence to let you all know. And yes, like I said, I've been a nurse for 20 years. I was an immunization childhood nurse. I gave immunizations through the state of Florida. So I am not opposed to immunizations. I think there's something wrong with the vaccines created in Chicago. And when I researched it, most of the people who got this, and even Trump got 2 doses. What if there's something going on in the brain in the dark, in the black matter? Patience, resilience, finding work and balance. So what if, and this is what I'm trying to say, the corruption mind, and I hate saying anybody's corrupted. I hate that. But what if it's something chemically in the brain, something with the DNA? What if all of MAGA received a certain type of immunization? Can you imagine that our world is falling due possibly to a bad COVID vaccine batch? And you know what? We got World Health Organization. We have all these doctors that can go and pull and find out if these doses of everybody in MAGA has gotten these that is destroying and corrupting our world. Or are they just all satanic? I mean, come on. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone's kind of like losing their mind with this, because you know what? We're going to have so many homeless people, nurses, doctors. We're going to have hospitals closed down. We're going to have people unaliving. We're going to have people with mental health issues having issues. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. So is MAGA freaking having a problem? Yeah, MAGA's having a problem because you know what? Your brain, they need to do MRIs. They need to do studies of their brains because there's something going on. They're making a break for it, and they're leaving us in the wake. The people who are actually sane, people probably say I'm not sane because, I am, King of Swords, hold the damn truth. And yeah, we all party once in a while, but, all right, let's go off the negative side. Let's go to the positive side. Positive project positivity. I'm going to call that project positivity. Okay, because if we can project positivity, and if you believe in the mind and the way I do, that we can actually change it with meditation and changing going into one, we can get satisfaction. We can see things the way they need to be. Us light workers, starseeds, and remote viewers, we are a chosen bunch of people, but, got to keep your eye on the goal and enjoy every moment. And it's going to take a lot of hard work. And it has been, because most of us have gone through so much trauma to get where we are now. So we are those wounded warriors that people are like, oh, she's crazy because this happened to her, that happened to her. No, what if I'm just, and you know what? I never got the COVID vaccine. Did not get the COVID vaccine. Have to state that. I did not get the COVID vaccine. Just saying. So is my brain working differently, left side and right side? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's the left side of the brain problem. Maybe there's a problem is there a problem with the synapses of the brains of people in the MAGA? Is this literally a brain issue? Courage to rise above. 10 of Swords. Yeah, I'm thinking it is. There's a problem with the synapses of the brain. Yes. There's a problem with the synapses of the brain. Is it reversible? If this is the case, is it reversible? And I just threw it on the floor. Let's see what it says. Oh. Intuition, illusions, dreams. So it could be mindset. Okay, with therapy and maybe some sort of reversal is a reversal, and can we actually save our United States if there's some sort of vaccine that can reverse it? Take a methodical approach and you'll achieve your dreams. 3, conservation method, dull, dependable, patient, clever. Yeah, they call me clever, all right. Temperance. So we're being guided by the angels. There might be actually a freaking cure for what ailed us, because otherwise we're going down lockdown mode without a disease. What if that's the case? What if we're all being affected by the COVID vaccines and it's affecting people's brains? And wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, literally, would it not be awesome if we were being affected by a damn freaking COVID vaccine and it's literally the left side and the right side of the brain? You know, could people accept that? Would we be able to forgive Donald Trump and MAGA if, you know, if that was the case, that if there was something wrong with the brain? Because who wants to sit there and do that? Can you accept that? I don't know. I know I think differently than everybody else. There's a lot of confusion in it. And do we accept it? Because that's what we have to do, is we have to accept it. You know, project positivity and stuff like that. I mean, we have to. At least as starseeds and light workers and stuff like that, we need to go within. But I do believe that we have a huge past life karma that we're all, maybe this all basically is forced awakening in true love. I mean, it's hard to believe that, you know, trauma can do that, but that's what it does. That is what it does. Gotta get away from here. Union. The union between divided souls. So I have got to believe. I don't believe that God would give us corrupted shit if we can, you know, blend it. Union. You know, we've got to be able to stop this, because this is just, there's a barrier. So barrier, okay, barrier of the brain is the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum? However you said it, the corpus callosum of the brain. The left side and the right side of the brain is not getting interaction. Is that what it is? Guilty. I'm going to say guilty as charged. It's left side and the right side of the brain. There's some sort of barrier. Is there a barrier problem in the brain of the people with MAGA? Is there a barrier problem? Literally, is there a structural problem within the brain of people in MAGA? Yes. Recognition, okay. Fail and losing disadvantage. Just, yeah, well, that's definitely MAGA. God says MAGA is a disgrace. Come hunt me down. I don't give a crap. This world right now is suffering, and it's suffering hugely. Starseeds, remote viewers, they all think we're nuts. Well, but maybe people, whatever, we're not nuts. We are. Teamwork and collaboration. And Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth. A lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth. So maybe a Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo have answers to help us. Spirit, is there a cure? Is there a cure for people who receive the COVID vaccine that is being infected? Is there a cure? Can we make some sort of anti-COVID vaccine to help the brain? Intense. The intensity of true soul connection includes higher and lows. I think there could be high and low. High and low. Are you talking about brain chemistry, Spirit? Your spirit is about to be sublime. Because with neuro, what else? Yes. So yeah. So do the scientists need to look at a possible reversal of the effects of the brain? You start to feel your heart beat faster. You go slower. So are people reacting differently to their brain chemistry that they don't know how to deal with it? Value. Focus on things of value. I spilled some stuff on myself. Attract. So I think that really the doctors, maybe is that why freaking Donald Trump is stopping funding, is because he's afraid to reverse the effects of COVID. Because we keep losing, what do you call it? You've been ready for opposition, celebration, stability, house. The guy's not smart enough. 10 of cards, fire. A lot of heavy work in justice system. Dude, I really do believe that we are being totally, it's not just about money. It's literally about mind control. It's like the opposite of, what do they call it? MK Ultra, with the psychic mediums. Imagination. That's what I'm thinking. MK Ultra being out in the cold. Was it MK Ultra and what do you call it? So yeah. So with the way Trump is going, we're gonna need a bailout of the things that we did. Or they did. Look into the depth of the emotions, your strength and weakness are being tested. Well, geez, do we have to take the whole damn United States down? I mean, are we doing a forced awakening? I mean, that's what it's coming to, is a forced awakening. Trust. Thinking that's what it is, guys. I think that the corruption, we're going to have to get bailed out because with the loss of everything between jobs, we're going to have hospitals closed down, not having, the defunding of medicine, defunding of Medicaid, defunding of food stamps, defunding of all this stuff is going to leave us to where this corrupted mindset is going to leave us down the portal of where we were with COVID, where we're going to have, landlords aren't going to be able to pay their freaking the people. We're all going to be out there homeless unless you're a millionaire. You can't afford food. Now you're going to have no medical to put you into a mental place. You're gonna be wandering cities. Oh, and get this, he created the freaking these little Alcatrazes and stuff like that because he considers homelessness against the law, right? So what do you do with homeless people? You go and put them in their little fucking where he's putting all the so-called immigrants. That's for us, guys. He's making basically a place to house homeless people, and it will be us. It will be us. Because he's not going to bail out anybody. And he's not even in here for a year. Guilty. He's guilty as fuck. Excuse me. Those concentration camps that he has the people in right now, there's supposedly, what do you call them? Alien, whatever. And I'm not talking about aliens like UFO, but I'm talking about dudes. He's going to use like Alligator Alley or Alligator Alcatraz, so the people can't afford their freaking rent. People going homeless. There's not going to be enough freaking. There's not enough food in the shelters. There's not going to be enough shelters. So you're going to take everybody out of the home. Where you're going to put in Trump? You're going to put him in freaking Alcatraz. Your own freaking people. Does that make you a United States citizen, or are you a freaking a pawn from Russia and China? Because that's where we're getting to. We're getting to, love can conquer all. Yeah, we can love to hate him because that's what he's doing right now. Illusions, avoid the trap and make him. Yeah, no, it's not fantasy. He's already putting people in the freaking concentration camps that don't belong there. And now he's going to tank it. You're going to have doctors. You're going to have nurses. You're going to have people losing their homes. Do you know the prices that it came out yesterday or day before that people aren't even able to afford their freaking card notes right now? There's not enough food. What the hell? We can't stand 3 more years of this. He's going to make us all homeless. Because you know what? Everybody's been affected by this COVID. The banks aren't going to sit there and hold out for freaking the landlords to pay. Because there's no COVID freaking care fund right now. You're going to give us $2,000. It costs over $1,000 a month to cover health insurance, dude. You're taking away food stamps. Oh, I'm sorry. You gave food stamps back for what? 1 month because you got freaking reamed out? Dude, your ass belongs in jail with Epstein, who you freaking murdered. You had murdered. Yeah. I believe that Donald Trump was actually the head man with all that bullshit. Please leave. That's fine. Yeah. Was Donald Trump actually the head and Jeffrey Epstein was the cover-up? Let's see. Maze. Even if you're lost, there'll always be in the way. I'm telling you. Tree. I give you tree. Let me pull another card. Was Donald Trump actually the mastermind of it, and we blamed it on Epstein, and Epstein was going to freaking fold, and that's why all of a sudden he wound up on the little bit on the cold side. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Vision. Yep. Trump was the freaking head hog. Yep. Chariot. Dude, we are literally being held. We are being held hostage in America because Donald Trump sexually trafficked it. And they just pulled 23,000 documents. Midas Tech Network, you do an awesome job, man. I love you guys. I love you from the bottom of my heart. When I listen to you, I do my best channeling. I think that there's even information in there about Russia and stolen Nikola Tesla's work in there. I'm telling you. Yeah. Tesla's tired of being backstabbed. Yep, scholar. Separation. Yeah, separation mind and state. I'll tell you, this freaking planet is so whacked. Nurturing. Yeah, I should be nurturing, all right. I can't be nurturing when people are freaking being unalived. I can't sit here and do freaking nothing when people are starving. You're going to lose your homes. You're going to lose your cars. You're going to lose your health insurance. You're going to lose Donald Trump. I don't know what the hell. Was it the freaking COVID vaccine? Or because you are literally putting America's people out to dry because your sexual problems. You need to go into mental health. Your whole freaking MAGA needs to get your brains checked. And I do believe that there is some sort of way to go. I don't care if people are in my room or not. Please don't be. Because then I could just freaking go babbling. This world doesn't make sense. How did we allow... Can't we take Trump out of office for freaking lying? And why isn't the Congress and the Supreme Court standing by their people and getting them the fuck out? What are y'all being bought out? Are they being bought out? High Priestess. Oh, yes. Let's see it. Man, I am so sick and tired. Oh, yep. They're being bought out by the devil, guys. Oh, and metaphysics. Congratulations, United States of America. We have the most corrupted freaking politicians in our world who are going to make us homeless, mentally unstable due to lack of nutrition, due to lack of health insurance, and then we won't be able to pay our rent, our car, our lights, all because of one man. One man and a whole bunch of idiots. Tower. Yeah, should have saw that coming a million miles away. Spirit, this is ridiculous. What love? What love? The only love he has is for himself. That's freaking Gemini. And he's freaking upside down. He only loves himself. He don't care about nobody else. Yeah, dude, we need to get so many psychic mediums, remote viewers to start channeling and putting thought projections into these idiots' minds. They literally need some mind washing. They need security, all right. You know, maybe we need to put an umbrella around these idiots and wake them up. I don't know, man. I feel so alone knowing the information that I know. It's freaking heart-wrenching to know that I see things before they happen because I've seen it happen before. And I sit here alone. And I always just sit there and channel this shit for y'all. Not like anyone gives a crap, right? Until y'all go in a few months from now and say, oh my God, that crazy lady was saying I wouldn't be able to afford my rent. The freaking medical community, oh, they're homeless now? What are you talking about? How could that have happened? Oh, I don't know, because dickhead defunded freaking Medicaid. Oh, yeah, look, another intuition. It's all freaking connected. We need to stop this idiot. How do you stop a man who we gave all his power on the freaking planet to? I say we get some DNA from Donald Trump to make sure he's actually Donald Trump. Because why was he wearing platform shoes? Wasn't he the same? He was 6'4", 6'5". How did he become shorter than Gavin Newsom? Just saying. Ridiculous. Yeah, unhappy. Of course we're unhappy. Because all we're doing right now is suffering. We need a charitable man. It's sure the fuck ain't him. He didn't mean his $2,000 when it costs more than $2,000. It costs what, $1,000 a month to cover a family? And then probably the prices are freaking what? We're all making all this money now, and now we're not gonna be able to afford it. So you're gonna take pay cuts? Because we're gonna take pay cuts, right? And we're still not gonna be able to afford our rent, not gonna be able to afford the card, and then prices are freaking of food's going way up. So you know, success and anxieties. There's going to be so. It'd be nice if we had some success after some anxieties, because right now we have Trump who is literally bringing us down. Unless the only other way this even makes sense is if literally there's a nuclear freaking bomb, they're ready to hit the button if they don't listen to what fucking Trump says. Lack of faith and despair. No, that's them, not me. I have all this faith in the world. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of watching people suffer. Donald Trump, how can you sit there in your right mind, and MAGA, how can you sit there in your right mind and watch people suffer? What is wrong with you? You all need exorcisms. That's what they need. MAGA needs an exorcism. Trump needs an exorcism. Because that's an unhappy freaking planet. Why don't we get the Vatican and have them start doing exorcisms on people who destroy? Because, you destroy the United States, you make us vulnerable. Then look at our freaking our map, right? We are just all by ourselves, right? In the middle, just by ourselves. What do? You nuke the freaking United States. You might get Canada a little bit but the rest around it, it's all good. What do you do with that? Now we got Russia and China that gets to become what? World dominant. And that's why he's actually getting rid of the so-called immigrants. It's not because he's mean. It's because the deal was to get the immigrants back to their home country so that they can nuke us. Truth. Don't tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm guided. I've done my battles, and now I come to show it to you because you know what? This apathy, this fake cups, it's all fake. Why don't we hook Donald Trump to a lie detector test? Now that would be interesting. Ridiculous. Well, thanks for showing up, guys. It was not a very good read. It was just me being able to get the frustration out that I see this world going through so much chaos, so much trauma, and it could have been stopped. And it needs to be stopped. And the Supreme Court and the justice and all y'all need to stand up and do your damn job. Because otherwise, you know what? I have no problem. I will support Elon Musk and all the freaking CEOs of Google to take over the fucking government. And we'll see how all you freaking government officials like to be homeless. Because if you can't see what your decisions on our world and our United States is doing, you do not belong in the White House. You do not belong in Congress. You do not belong in the seat of judgment. And now there have been some good judges. I will tell you that. I've seen it. But the rest of y'all fear God, right? What do you think he's going to do when it's your time to go? Because I tell you, you will be coming back to this planet in even worse form than you left us. So take a look around you guys, all your MAGA and Trump, and I want you to thought project what 10 or 20 years looks from now after you get unalive. Look at our economy now. So what? United States is going to be sitting here. That means you're going to be born into a Russia or China. Nothing against all the people who are good. I don't like the labels, but we'll just call it authoritarian rule. You're going to can you imagine being born not in the United States, being born into other places that are lack? Are you literally trying to put us into a third world country? That's what that is what Trump is trying to do. Look, freaking damn Gemini card. That is what Trump's trying to do, is make us a third world country. Bring us all down. It's sure the fucking happiness that was in reverse. We all need to walk away. God needs to freaking pull. Maybe that's what the UFO, maybe Atlas 3I can come here and suck the negative souls out of this planet. Why don't y'all let fucking Trump hold the Boogosphere? Boogosphere, the one from Colombia? Maybe, it make him go away, the devil part. Well, maybe that's the case. Maybe exorcisms in this day and age is some sort of device. Maybe you're all looking at it and trying to bust the damn thing open. Oh, yep, pentacles. Maybe it's meant to actually have negative people hold the damn thing. Or create like a circle and you put all the negative. And I'm not talking about killing people. I'm talking about taking the negativity out of people so they can actually have a good life. Yeah, Empress. Sounds about right. Anyways, I'm done babbling. Thanks for showing up. It's okay if you don't like what I have to say. Unfortunately, my shit comes true. And I'm going to rebuke it in the name of God, in the name of Jesus. I don't like what you have just showed me. And I'm trying to stop it so it does not happen. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, all my ancestors, for giving me the information so maybe we can stop this from happening. Because you know what? It's inspiration. We need to stop it. My grandparents would never have stood up for the crap that we're standing up for now. Where did we go wrong? Is it the freaking TVs? Is it the freaking computers? No, I love all that shit, but we have lost our way of caring for one another. Our planet is totally effed. Courage to rise again. I do that every freaking day. It's aggravating. I'd rather go to sleep. Sleep is so much better. And that's what's going on. Y'all sleeping. I'm not talking about people coming to terror channels. Y'all not sleeping. You guys see things beyond your brain. It's the other people who doomsday scroll and play catching up with the Joneses and all that bullshit. Anyway, love and light. I hope you enjoyed my show. And if you didn't, that's fine too. Unfortunately, my shit does come true. And it actually usually comes true pretty quickly. So I'm going to rebuke it. And maybe somebody can step in and save the United States. Maybe. Otherwise, what does it say? That I'm going to leave it there. Bye-bye.